the panel second, emerging trends in refrigeration and air conditioning industry. And now I'll now hand over the virtual mic to the panel two moderators.
Okay, now moving forward from the automation engineering, we have our next topic for the panel discussion, which is emerging trends in air conditioning and refrigeration, that is HVAC. We as a mechanical engineering student have a sort of idea about the HVAC, but to get a deep plunge into this, we would like to welcome our four honorable alumni and panelists. Shri Arun Bhatia ji from the batch of IMC 1991, Managing Director of South Asia Pacific region in HVAC in Carrier Global Enterprise. Sir is having experience of over 29 years in both B2B and B2C segments and worked very much in air conditioning management system and refrigeration segment. Sir is also a thought leader with excellent leadership quality and green movement and sustainable development. And Shri Satish Chauhan ji, a YMCA passed out of 1992, having experience of 20 years at Hitachi and a solution provider for HVAC industry. He is also an authorized dealer of Hitachi. Sir is founder director of Aircon Engineering Services. We also have among us Shri Yogesh Panjani ji, who is having the experience of over 29 years in RAC sector and working as a coordination manager for AC Bazaar and director of Aircon Private Limited. Sir is also a great solution provider for HVAC and refrigeration. And finally, we have Shri Vinay Khungar ji from the batch of IMC 1992, Managing Director at Carrier Commercial Refrigeration, which is a global provider for refrigeration solution. Having a diverse leadership of over 28 years in HVAC and refrigeration industry, he is actively promoting cold chains in India and neighboring countries. These are four experts in the HVAC field. So let's welcome them. Next, Dipanshu will hold over the mic.
Yeah, thank you, Srishti. Now for the discussion part, first I would like to invite Mr. Arun Bhatia sir to express their view. So handing over this virtual mic to you, sir. Please, Sir Arun Bhatia.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, VC sir, YMCA faculty, my fellow colleagues, alumni, and also the young engineering students at YMCA. So it's a pleasure. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay, so as you know, I work for Carrier, and Dr. Carrier is known for inventing air conditioning way back in 1902. The challenge and opportunity for our industry is the vapor compression system we use has been in existence for 118 years, and the industry is still grappling to find a new solution to do a better air conditioning and refrigeration. So that clearly is a technology breakthrough, which this industry, unlike automotive or mobiles or anything else, is still awaiting. Okay. Having said that, I think this is an exciting time for our industry, with what's happening globally and what's happening in India. And let me try to give you a macro picture of what's happening globally, and then I'll take some minutes to talk about what's happening particularly in India. And I'm sure my fellow panelists will also give you some overview. So the big picture, why my industry is important. If you look at the UN website, right, and you look at the UN 2030 sustainable goals, they have some 17 goals, right? And they cover things like poverty, proper water, education, but they also cover a lot of elements which we as an industry directly or indirectly affect. This could be about climate change, this could be about sustainable cities, it could be about hunger, which is related to refrigeration, it could be about health, right? So as an industry, while air conditioning is not a mainframe industry like an air conditioning, like an auto industry, but it has a big impact. Okay, how do we fit in? Let me give you four big buckets, how globally our industry has an impact. Okay, the first one is what we say sustainable building designs. And I don't know how many of you are aware, and I'll encourage young engineers to read more, but typically in a building, more than 40% energy is consumed by air conditioning systems, right? So that's a huge amount, right? So, and hence there is a need to have more net zero or sustainable buildings made, which means we need a better passive design. And passive design means a design which will need less of air conditioning. So that's where not just the architects, but engineers also come in. So all the strength of material and thermodynamics you guys study in your college, actually comes into use in how to use material like insulation or orientation of building, which can change the whole air conditioning need, right? There is need about technology, how can new technology be better, which consumes less energy, right? And the third and the key thing about sustainable buildings is the skills. The skills required to make a sustainable building is not just a normal mechanical engineering. So that's why I'm saying for young engineers, there is more and more new job streams coming up. And how do you upskill yourself to be a part of the sustainable ecosystem as new buildings come up, right? So there's a discussion about green buildings, there's a discussion about net zero buildings. Read all that material that will actually help you in your thought process, what you want to do in life, okay? Second portion is the energy efficiency in products. And my fellow panelists will, I'm sure, have more knowledge on what we're selling in India. But broadly, there are three segments in air conditioning. One is the commercial air conditioning, where you use big chillers. Then you have light commercial, which goes to small offices, restaurants, saloons, and then residential air cons, which we use in all our homes, right? So now all these have technologies changing, which is making them more efficient every day, every year, right? And the installation and service part is a big part on how energy can be lower. The third stream we see is the alternate technologies focused on renewables. And that's where solar, geothermal, and all these things come in. And gentlemen like Mr. Bareja, were pioneering these industries. I think these are technologies which will eventually have a big play on how air conditioning systems work. Okay, so that's on the sustainable building. That's number one. Number two, I want to get your attention to what is being said is the global climate action, which is the global warming. You guys have been hearing it. So how do we affect as an industry? Is the refrigerants we use in our systems, which actually lead to ozone depleting, right? So there's a Montreal Protocol, 197 countries have signed. There's a Kigali Agreement signed in 2016, which basically is saying that the signing countries will slowly phase down the HFCs, the hydrofluorocarbon refrigerants. So R22 we use in our systems today. This is going out. You have 410, which will go out. You also have R32, which eventually has to go out. So the market will move towards more low GWP, global warming potential refrigerants. And this is where the trend is that how do you make a new refrigerant which is efficient as well as cost-wise it is better and low on GWP. So that's a big subject the air conditioning industry and refrigerant industry is facing globally on what type of refrigerant we use for future, right? And India has also signed, so India still has some time, but we have to phase down our HFC refrigerants, in coming years, right? So that's the second portion. Third element which you guys should know is the building automation and the IoT world. And like automobiles, I heard some of the speakers saying our industry is also moving big time into that. So building management systems are already in place, where instead of human interventions, how BMS systems can operate a building and different assets, including air conditioning. The new shift we are seeing is actually on connected devices. So there's definitely a need of smart devices, which can do simple operations through an app, on off of your aircon and all, which is very simple. Alexa can run your aircons. I think those are very given things in today's world. The big shift is the data which comes from these equipment on a platform, on the IoT, the big data, and then data analytics and artificial intelligence is used on that to predict failures and manage efficiency and operate the systems. So that's where we're seeing globally a big shift, and India is also actually, some of the customers in India are also moving in that direction. The fourth element on a global context, which I want to talk about, is the new change which has happened this year thanks to COVID. The whole discussion now is that how can our buildings be healthy? Is it safe to work in an atmosphere, where there could be a pandemic like COVID hitting? So can it affect health? So how do we have our air quality better? How can our wellness be better in a building, right? So that's a new subject that's come this year. This will be a new trend, and all of us will have to see how our industry gets new solutions to this side. Okay, so that's the four global points. I talked about sustainable building design. I talked about global climate action, which is refrigerants. I talked about building automation for you. And the fourth is the healthy building. Okay, shifting quickly to India, roughly 25,000 crore industry. More than 65% is still residential, which you and me use in our houses. The penetration is not even 7%. The size is roughly 16,000 crores. So if this penetration just increases from a 7 to 15, your industry is 2x. And this is expected to become 2x in the next 3-4 years. COVID is a different year, but otherwise this industry is going very fast, right? The second portion is your light commercial, where it is a 4,000 crore industry. You'll see more saloons, gymnasiums, retail outlets coming. This industry will also grow. The third is the buildings. India is very short of building space. We still, 30% of the buildings which India needs will get built in the next 10 years. Which means, we need to roughly build one Chicago every year. That's the amount of building space India needs, right? So which means what? big opportunity for air conditioning professionals because all these segments will need, right? This also means a lot of opportunity for all of you. In jobs, it is sometimes when you're in engineering college, and I remember my time, I always wanted to be an R&D engineer. And all of us think, hey, we want to make an innovative product, which is good. Some of you should follow that passion, you know. So engineering, manufacturing, supply chain, sales, service, design, projects, you know, a lot of things. Entrepreneurs, you know, a lot of YMCA alumni are good entrepreneurs. Some of them are manufacturing, some of them are channel partners of many companies, some of them are contracting companies. So so there's a lot of opportunity on that side, right? And then the recent thing, Government of India is now identified air conditioning as an industry where
So sorry.
government.
Hello.
We want to, yeah.
Yeah,
On time.
due to some time constraints, will you sum up within 30 to 50 seconds, sir?
Yeah, so the last section I want to leave you guys the thought is that with the focus from the government, you will see more manufacturing investments coming in India. So we guys should be ready for more job opportunities and more manufacturing opportunities. So that should be focused. And last but not least, the big trend in India is about standards. So India is having new standards. So keep reading those standards because that will update your knowledge in that subject. Overall summary, it's a great industry to work, not just for mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, even computer engineers. I'll be happy to take questions towards that. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a words of enlightenment. Now I would like to invite Sir Satish Chauhan to take over the stage. Sir, Satish Chauhan. Are you there, sir? Now I would like to invite Shri Satish Chauhan ji. Are you there, sir? Okay, so sir, he's facing some issue. So let us move on to third panelist, Sir Yogesh Panjani ji.
Hello, friends. I'm Yogesh. I think I'm from 1987 batch, and I'm into air conditioning industry for last 29, 30 years now. And I've been working for SRF Limited, where we are into refrigerant gases. And now I think when I talk about the industry, our industry is one of the best industry. When I talk about air conditioning industry, we have a lot of opportunities for all entrepreneurs. Anyone who is new to the industry also, he has a lot of opportunities to work on. Like if I talk about, as far as the COVID is concerned, when we talk about COVID, we see that, you know, a lot of air quality management things have come up. And even in the malls, people say that it's very not safe to walk into a mall. But yes, if we have a proper air quality management there, you can easily walk into a mall. So this is an opportunity for all our new people who are coming up. To be honest, when I say we talk about this industry, because HVAC is not only the industry. After HVAC, when we talk about, we are also into refrigeration, we are into cryogenics. There's so many fields connected to our industry itself. When I talk about air quality management, all the malls, all the district air conditioning systems, there we all can do a lot in air conditioning. In this, we require electronic engineers, we need computer engineers, as Mr. Bhatia said. And when we talk about these people, yes, we need all type of entrepreneurs, all people of all fields. No discipline is left aside. When we talk about electricals, electronics, computers, mechanical, we have an opportunity for everyone here. And the best part is this industry also requires a lot of service. When we talk about service, opportunities for people who can work with their own hands, we have a lot of opportunities for them. And as far as I say, yes, I can just give this much enlightenment about it, because most of it, everything was talked by Mr. Bhatia. And it was a great speech you gave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the delightful discussion. Now, may I have Satish Chauhan ji? Hello. Sir, can you hear me?
जा रही है? हेलो,
Yes, now you are audible.
यस, Anil Brija Saab and Vice Chancellor and all the alumni YMCA faculties gurus, सबसे पहले मेरा सारा उन गुरु लोगों को प्रणाम है जिनकी बदौलत आज मेरी लाइफ में एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आया। तो हमारी एक संस्कृत में कहावत है, गुरु ब्रह्मा, गुरु विष्णु, गुरुदेवाय महेश्वराय, गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म, गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म, नमस्ते गुरु देवाय। हमारी लाइफ में ना गुरु का एक बहुत बड़ा अहम रोल है। ये आज से नहीं, सदियों पुराने जमाने से, जब से सृष्टि का हमारा शुरुआत हुई है, तब से ही गुरु ने हमारी जिंदगी को बदल दिया। गुरु का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है एंड आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू माई ऑल गुरुज, माई YMCA के सारे सीनियर्स लोग जिनकी वजह से मैं आज मेरी लाइफ में चेंज आया, जिसकी वजह से मैंने YMCA में एडमिशन लिया, जिनकी वजह से मैंने इंडस्ट्री में कदम रखा, जिनकी ट्रेनिंग की वजह से मैं मार्केट में आज काफी नाम मैंने कमाया। उन सारे YMCA के सीनियर्स, प्रोफेसर्स, सब लोगों का एक बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा है मेरी लाइफ के अंदर। सो फॉर ऑल दिस न्यूज कमर, मेरे जितने भी नए फ्रेशर्स हैं उनके लिए मैं सबसे पहले यही कहूंगा कि लर्निंग के लिए हमारे को अच्छे गुरु की पहचान होनी चाहिए। और अच्छा गुरु कौन हो सकता है, वो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वी हैव टू सर्च दैट। नाउ मैं अपने बारे में बताऊंगा। मैंने YMCA में 89 में पास आउट किया था RSC से एंड 20 years आई वर्क विद हिटैची एंड माई होल लाइफ, मतलब हिटैची में 20 years जॉब किया एंड 8 years since 2012 I am a dealer for Hitachi. I work for service, sales, projects, commercial refrigerations, every product, हर एक प्रोडक्ट में, चाहे वो विंडो एसी, स्प्लिट एसी, डक्टेबल, VRV, चिलर, कमर्शियल रेफ्रिजरेशंस, एवरी प्रोडक्ट्स। YMCA जब हिटैची छोटी सी कंपनी थी, इट वाज एन एम्ट्रैक्स, देन इट बिकेम हिटैची, देन इट बिकेम नाउ Johnson's Control India. I have seen every phase of changes from Amtrak to JCI, from Windows to your VRVs. जिस जमाने में हमने इंजीनियरिंग किया था उस टाइम एयर कंडीशनिंग की डिमांड इतनी ज्यादा नहीं थी, इट वाज ओनली अ लग्जरियस आइटम। आज की डेट में RSC हैज बिकम द नेसेसिटी आइटम। न्यू कॉमर्स के लिए मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि एयर कंडीशनिंग की आज की डेट में बहुत 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 जबरदस्त डिमांड है। आज की डेट में डिमांड क्यों है? सबसे बड़ी चीज जो है हमारी एयर, लाइफ के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है? एयर, वाटर, एयर पोल्यूशन, वाटर पोल्यूशन, नॉइज पोल्यूशन एंड सोशल पोल्यूशन। अगर हम इन पोल्यूशन को एलिमिनेट कर दें तो हमारी लाइफ जो है बेटर हो जाती है। सो subject is very lengthy here. I will talk only for the air and air conditioning. Air plays a very important role in our life. जिसे हम प्राण वायु कहते हैं। प्राण वायु, अगर आप खाना नहीं खाएंगे काफी देर तक कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, पानी नहीं पिएंगे चलेगा, बट एयर अगर आप कुछ सेकंड तक, 2-3 मिनट तक आप नहीं ले पाएंगे ना, लाइफ नहीं है। सो एयर और एयर कंडीशनिंग को इंपॉर्टेंस देना बहुत जरूरी है। एयर कंडीशनिंग में एयर की क्वालिटी को इंपॉर्टेंस देना बहुत जरूरी है आज की डेट में, ऑफ सीइंग द पोल्यूशन लेवल इन अक्रॉस ग्लोबली। जैसे कि अरुण भाटिया जी ने भी कहा, ओजोन के ऊपर उन्होंने बात कही, स्ट्रेटेजिक बात कही, वो सब बातें ऑलरेडी काफी बातों से मैं भाटिया जी से सहमत हूं। But air quality is very important topic nowadays. एयर कंडीशनिंग तो है ही, एयर कंडीशनिंग तो कोई भी कर लेता है आज की डेट में। एयर क्वालिटी के ऊपर फोकस हमारे को करना बहुत जरूरी है। राइट क्वालिटी ऑफ एयर से हमारी लाइफ काफी बढ़ जाती है। एयर क्वालिटी के प्राणवायु के बेसिस पे लोग सालों साल अपनी लाइफ को इंप्रूव करते रहे हैं। तो एयर कंडीशनिंग इज नॉट ए स्मॉल सब्जेक्ट, इट्स अ वेरी बिग सब्जेक्ट। आज की डेट में हर कोई ऑटोमोबाइल में जा रहा है, आईटी सेक्टर में जा रहा है। जिस बच्चों से बात करो, different IT, software, so many things they are talking, but no one is talking for RAC. Even हमारे इंडिया में भी पहले RAC में 1 या 2 कॉलेज होते थे। जब हमने एयर कंडीशनिंग में किया था, ओनली RAC, YMCA में 1-2 कॉलेज में होता था। उसके बाद से RAC कोई स्पेशलाइजेशन जॉब नहीं रहा। फिर भी YMCA के लोगों ने आज भी जितने भी RAC इंडस्ट्री में अपने को जो है,
हेलो Yeah, sir, we would like to hear more from you, but there are some time constraints. So, will you like to give a concluding remark? We have to move on, sir.
Concluding remark यही है कि आज की डेट में YMCA के लोगों के लिए काफी स्कोप है। मैंने अपना HVAC ग्रुप बनाया हुआ है, उसमें मैंने स्टडी किया है कि HVAC कंसल्टेंट्स हमारे पास में YMCA के, मैंने ग्रुप में 250 लोगों को मैसेज भेजा। 1 या 2 ही HVAC कंसल्टेंट्स हैं। हमारे को HVAC कंसल्टेंसी एरिया में बहुत काम करना है। HVAC कंसल्टेंट जो भी है, दे चेंजेस द मार्केट ट्रेंड। एक HVAC कंसल्टेंट किसी को भी मतलब बिजनेस दिलाने के लिए, किसी भी कंपनी को बिजनेस दिलाने के लिए, इट प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। हमारे YMCA में HVAC कंसल्टेंट्स बहुत कम है, इंडोर एयर क्वालिटी पे काम करने वाले बहुत कम है। सर्विस के ऊपर भी हमारे को बहुत काम करना है। कि सर्विस एक बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया है जहाँ पे आज की डेट में छोटे छोटे अनक्वालिफाइड छोटे छोटे लोग आ गए हैं। अगर क्वालिफाइड इंजीनियर्स हमारी सर्विसेज को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे तो बहुत 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 स्कोप है। मतलब अभी मेरे पास आप टाइम की कमी बता रहे हो, मैं कहने को तो बहुत कुछ चाहता था, बट आप जो है काफी चीजें हैं बताने के लिए। तो एयर कंडीशनिंग में सर जो है एंड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया है सेल्स भी। आप बिजनेस में जाना चाहते हैं, जॉब में जाना चाहते हैं, जॉब में भी काफी आप कर सकते हैं, काफी फील्ड बड़ा है। बट एयर कंडीशनिंग में अगर बिजनेस में आते हैं तो मोस्ट ऑफ द डीलर्स दे आर अर्निंग ए गुड अमाउंट ऑफ बिजनेस। सेल्स में, सर्विस में, प्रोजेक्ट्स में, कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग बिजनेस में, एवरीवेयर दे आर अर्निंग गुड अमाउंट। तो छोटे छोटे जो आज की डेट में नए नए लोग पैदा हो गए हैं अनक्वालिफाइड, उनको किल करने के लिए हमारे इंडस्ट्री को आगे आने की बहुत जरूरत है। ईश्वरी ने थोड़े बहुत कदम उठाए हैं ताकि टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर की जा सके स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर। बट हमारे जितने भी YMCA के स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको जो है ये इट्स अ वेरी वास्ट फील्ड, मतलब काफी बड़ी इंडस्ट्री है ये। और एयर कंडीशनिंग में मैंने एक चीज देखी है कि आदमी कभी भूखा नहीं मरता। इफ यू आर टॉकिंग टू बिग, हो सकता है आप उतना बड़ा ना सोच सकें, उतना बड़ा नहीं कर सकते, बट एयर कंडीशनिंग एक छोटे से लेवल से स्टार्ट किया जा सकता है बिजनेस। यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम योर सर्विस, सेल्स, प्रोजेक्ट्स, कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग, HVAC डिजाइन्स, कंसल्टेंसी, सो मेनी एरियाज आर देयर। आप छोटे से छोटे एक विंडो AC से लेकर के 30,000 के विंडो AC से लेकर के 10 करोड़, 20 करोड़, 50 करोड़ तक के प्रोजेक्ट कर सकते हैं, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर कैपेबिलिटी एंड आपकी पॉकेट में कितनी ताकत है। इंडस्ट्री में हाथ रखने के लिए आपको कोई बहुत ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप शुरू से ही अर्निंग कर सकते हो। व्हेन आई लेफ्ट हिटैची इन 2012, मेरे पास मतलब कोई इतने फाइनेंशियल पावर नहीं थी, बट 2012 से आज 8 साल के अंदर फ्रॉम फर्स्ट मंथ आई स्टार्टेड अर्निंग। आई हैव द business volume of more than 10,000 ton of the VRV and chillers in the market, only in the North India, where I am catering service to most of the corporate clients, hotel industries. Kafi, and I am the only dealer where we have set up the screw compressor repair for chillers, 40 ton to 250 tons. मैं देख रहा हूँ मार्केट में काम करने वाली नहीं है, छोटे छोटे बंदे आ गए हैं। हिटैची का मैं डीलर हूँ, हिटैची के डीलरों को मैंने खड़ा किया, उनके मैंने हिटैची के डीलरों को मतलब जितने भी जिनको VRV का V नहीं पता था, चिलर का C नहीं पता था, अक्रॉस नेशन आई यूज्ड टू गो टू देयर साइड एंड टीच देम व्हाट इज VRV, व्हाट इज चिलर्स। मेरे हाथ के सिखा हुए बहुत से डीलर हिटैची को मैंने तैयार करके दिए। लेकिन आज की डेट में भी इतने सालों के बाद भी मैं देख रहा हूँ देयर इज डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ qualified मतलब engineers in the market. It's a very good market. आप बहुत अच्छा कमा सकते हो, बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो. सोचने की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं है. All freshers को बिल्कुल दिमाग से निकाल दो. पैसा नहीं है, नॉलेज ले लो. किसी से बात करनी है, मेरा नंबर लो, मुझसे पर्सनली डिस्कस करो. So many business opportunities are there.
So we are getting your point. Thank you, sir. So we have some lack of time. So please understand, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now may
Okay,
I
sir.
have a fourth panelist, Shri Vinay Kungar ji.
Okay, good evening everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
You are audible.
Good. Okay. So today is a great day for all of us. 51st foundation day of our university, the university which has made us. I'm really happy and proud to be here with you, with all of you, and would like to thank all of you for organizing this. Although I've remained in air conditioning industry for almost like 24 years, but Arun, Yogesh and Satish have already spoken about air conditioning industry. Currently, I am in refrigeration, so I'll talk about refrigeration or the cold chain industry. Let me share my thoughts about refrigeration or cold chain. Let us recall our 90+ days of lockdown. And what were the two things which were very important for our survival? Can you ever think of? We always think that many things are important for our survival. But the two things which are most important are the food and the pharma. If we look at food and pharma were the only two things which were important in these 90+ days of lockdown. However, 50% of the food which needs to be kept in cold gets wasted. If we look at the pharma also, 50% of the medicinal items must be stored and transported under controlled temperature. Also, 40% of the vaccines, they get wasted because they're unusable due to lack of storage in the cold chain. That's the condition today. During the lockdown also, the food and the pharma, which were the two essential items, were getting wasted, part of it. The question is, can we imagine life without these two things, food and pharma? I would say no. Practically, I would say no. It is not possible for us to live without food and pharma. We can live without anything. Changing clothes, changing shoes, changing anything. Even we can live without anything, I am saying, but not without food and pharma. Without drink, without water, we cannot live. These are the items which are required, and for that, cold chain is a must. So cold chain is required practically for everything, whether it is to eat, drink, or to live, which are the pharmaceuticals. In my words, if you look at, during the situation, which is the pandemic situation of Corona, cold chain not only helped us, but also played a vital role for our survival. There are some emerging trends for refrigeration also, although Arun and others have already touched upon those trends, but the same trends are for the refrigeration market also, and those are again the same. I'll not speak much about them. Sustainability, energy efficiency, automation. Arun has already touched upon these three trends, so I will not speak much about it, but these are again very important for the refrigeration or the cold chain industry. I'll straight away come to the challenges because I'm not wasting time on trends. I have shortage of time. The challenges, if we look at in cold chain industry, we do not have in India effective cold chain. That is why 50% or 40 to 50% of our food or the pharmaceutical products get wasted, straight away wasted. And because of this challenge, almost like 200 million people sleep hungry every day. That is the data, 200 million people, which is more than the combined population of Australia, Canada, and France. Think of the combined population of Australia, Canada, and France, which is 200 million people in India sleep hungry every day because the food gets wasted. Although we are one of the largest producers of food, we are number one when it comes to milk. We are number two when it comes to fruits and vegetables. That means we are one of the largest producers of food. However, 40 to 50% of food gets wasted. That is why 200 million people of India sleep hungry every day. So to overcome these challenges, what is the solution? And I'll summarize it. we need to have an effective cold chain. Every person in India should get good quality of food. They should not sleep hungry. For that, we need to have an effective cold chain. And the government of India is actually working on it. Also, because of the globalization, urbanization, diversity, and change in the food habits, more and more trends are emerging, and the industries like food processing, food retail are actually emerging. So we need to develop a good country, which is our country, to be a better place to live, so that our children should have a better life, better food, better quality of food to eat. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really insightful. Now, Sumit sir will take over for the questionnaire round.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, let us move to our questionnaire round. There are some questions which our audience have posted. I would like to ask one by one. My first question is, sir, one of our participants has asked, skills are required to minimize unemployment, barrier between Industry 4.0 and aspirants like us. Would you like to put some light on it? Bhatia sir, Arun Bhatia sir.
So this is a very specific general question, not just air conditioning, but I guess 4.0 is a new industry trend which is taking shape in India, but I guess it's early days. I see automobile industry obviously, embarking on this strategy first, right? And you'll see some more, manufacturing industries also. So from a fresh engineer perspective, right, I would, encourage you to look at doing some internships in companies who have this, or, pick up courses here to do that, because this is not a knowledge which is taught in the college as you speak. It's a new trend. So my only suggestion will be you'll have to either think of picking up this knowledge by working in some industry in India where you can get internship, or if possible go overseas and do something. Otherwise, the other way could be that if you can speak to some of the alumni, who are in this space, and try to see what you can learn from them is my suggestion.
Thank you so much, sir. Let us take our next question. And one of the good question is, sir, what are the refrigerant Indian RAC sector is? Acha, in case of refrigerants, Indian RAC sector is moving toward other refrigerant than R32. Why we are not replacing R32 with other refrigerant with lower GWP? Okay.
So I don't know, you want me to answer, or you like some other panelists to answer this? You want me to answer this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think the thing about low GWP refrigerant is the industry is still struggling to develop a proper low GWP refrigerant. So the low GWP definition is 30 to 150. Even R32 and all these are what we call the mid GWP refrigerants, right? The scale goes up to 1500, right? So the challenge is the new refrigerants. There is the development by refrigerant manufacturer is still being done, particularly for residential. So one is the cost prohibitiveness, in terms of what's possible, and it's not just about GWP. You have to take care of flammability, and the efficiency issues also. The second portion is the scale, right? So the whole ecosystem, right? You can have a refrigerant, but if the compressor manufacturers have not made compressors to work on that refrigerant, it won't work. So it's a global problem. It's not just an India specific problem. I think what India has done is at least R32 is better than the R22 we're using, or 410. So at least, and we have some time as per our Kigali agreement. So it's an interim solution, but I think the global solution is yet to come in, where the compressor manufacturers will have to work, and then the heat exchangers and all. So it's going to take a few years. The answer is not available for the industry right now, to be honest.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one more question from you again. Sir, you talked about sustainable buildings and green buildings. And the question relates that what is the scope of solar HVAC system in coming future?
So, I mean, green building is a very different subject, in sustainability, because at building level, you consume a lot of energy. You use commercial air conditioning system like chillers, and also, so they're working on solar. I think will take a lot of time, because the solar technology, and maybe gentlemen like Mr. Bareja can answer more. The amount of space you need to put solar, panels, won't sufficiently be good for big buildings, right? So, however, for small residential air cons, and light commercial air con, some commercial tests are going on. So that's one space which hopefully should see some action in the coming years. Or the other option is using solar. You put it in a grid, and through the grid, you can use that supply. So like some green buildings, use renewables so that they become net zero. So if the solar energy is stored, or wind energy or some other renewable energy, and that they use to run the building. So that could be one way. But direct running, obviously, for larger air conditioning is not possible, unless we change the technology from vapor compression to something else.
So I would also like to add on to this. When we talk about solar energy, solar energy is not, I would say, that good for air conditioning. But yes, geothermal air conditioning is one of the major breakthroughs which is happening all over the world. India is the only country where the geothermal air conditioning has not been welcomed by people, because हम लोगों को quick cooling पसंद है. हम यहाँ पर किसी से भी बात करेंगे ना, वो कहेंगे 5 मिनट में मुझे कूलिंग चाहिए. जियोथर्मल में आपको कूलिंग का टाइम लगता है तकरीबन 1 घंटा 2 घंटा लग जाता है टेम्परेचर्स को आने में. बट अगेन द टेम्परेचर्स अचीव्ड आर नॉट एज लो एज 22-23 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. The temperature achieved in geothermal are somewhere around 28 to 29 degrees centigrade. But in that, you are not using any solar or any electrical energy. The only energy used is something like a fan or a cooler, which is at your home. That is the type of energy you use. So when we talk about how innovative can we be, that is on the new people who are coming up in the industry. इन्होंने changes लाने हैं. हम लोग तो अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करते हैं changes लाने के, but लोगों को हम नहीं change कर पाएंगे. ये अपने time से अगर time से जल्दी चल रहे हैं, they will be able to change people with time. और हमारे लिए geothermal air conditioning, I have been doing a lot of projects with geothermal air conditioning, and I have been doing it very successfully. So when I talk about air conditioning, geothermal is a very good new thing which in India can be done. Worldwide, when we say people are using geothermal in US, people are using in Europe, people are using. वो cold countries हैं, इसलिए वहाँ पर लोगों को आसान रहता है, because earth is warm, तो आपको हल्की सी heating मिल जाती है फटाफट. तो वहाँ पर वो लोग ज़्यादा comfortable हो जाते हैं. इंडिया में because it's a tropical country, यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा difficult होता है, but yes, we have achieved 28-29 degrees centigrade in rooms, in areas, big areas I'm talking about, farmhouses, forts. यहाँ पर हम लोगों ने जब भी काम किया है, we were able to achieve temperatures like 28-29 degrees centigrade. Whereas, yes, people say solar is important. Yes, solar से हम सोलर से पहले हम इलेक्ट्रिकल में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, फिर इलेक्ट्रिकल से हम उसको एयर कंडीशनिंग में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. मे बी हम सोलर से हीटिंग करेंगे, वाटर को हीट करेंगे और वेपर एब्जॉर्प्शन सिस्टम चला सकते हैं. ये सिस्टम हम कर सकते हैं. बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट एक्चुअल इस समय, yes, geothermal is a very, very good opportunity for people to come up. Sorry, I might be wrong to people.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. As we are short on time, we'll answer other questions via mails, and we'll get your answers from our respected alumnus. So as a sum up, we could say that in coming future, RAC and HVAC sector is having a bright future and bright scope for employment. It is needed everywhere, in every field. So thank you so much, respected sirs, for giving us a large view on this topic. Now we should move further.
Thank you.